Jeff Roberts, Magnolia Hoops here with Moravian Prep out of North Carolina. Coach, if you don't care, introduce yourself and your players' sons.
Got you, Coach Ellis, Eli Ellis, 2025, Isaac Ellis, 2026.
Coach, going to start off with you. Congrats, defending Lighthouse Challenge champions. Do you kind of have this marked on the calendar to come back and defend?
Yeah, I mean, we've got it marked until, when do you graduate? Somebody do the math. Can you do the math?
10 years.
Can you? 10 years, so you're a
Yeah.
second grader, so that'd be 2034. So yeah, we've got it marked until 2034. So, and Dave said he's breaking every one of Eli's records. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, all right.
Isaac, going to come with you here. Last year, did you get 2 MVPs or just one last year?
I think I got one.
You got one.
Yes, sir.
You was a show last year. You got a little extra help now to kind of carry the load. You had it all on your back last year. So what's it like to be playing with him again?
It's been really good. Last year, whenever he left to go to OTE, it was a big change for me because I've been playing with him my whole life. So, him coming back, being on the team, it feels really good.
Eli, gonna come to you. Man, I whispered. I told Dad. He's probably gonna get mad at me, but I whispered in his ear. I was like, "Man, come on. We need about 15 more, 17 more." Was it in your head there?
Oh yeah, I mean everybody told me the record. I think LeBaron had like 47. So somebody said I had like 18. You said I had 18 more to go.
Yeah.
I was trying to beat it, but it is what it is. We won the game.
Was that just bad coaching because he benched you or what?
I mean, if you want to think that.
Jeremy, I got this for you. So yesterday's total team effort. Everybody chipped in. I think 10 out of 13 people hit a 3 yesterday. Today, Eli kind of carried the load. What's it like for you to be able to, mix it up game to game? How dangerous is that going to make you guys?
Dangerous is a good word. It is. We're very hard to scout. So yesterday they tried to double team Eli, take him, and scramble him, which allowed guys to, to hit shots. Today, for whatever reason, our guys weren't hitting shots, and I think we were 6 for 20 in the first half, and I think we finished at around 30% total overall. So, that's the good thing with Eli. He can come off the ball, play on the ball, get guys involved, take over a game. So it's really hard to scout us because if you spend all your time trying to stop him and prepare for him, we got guys that can play. If you don't try to stop him, that can be a problem. Kudos to that team. I mean, they came ready. It's just it's kind of like the triple option in football. You play against it once a year. Playing against us, it's just that style is just so different. And so so this is probably the most talented team I've ever had, probably the most depth I've ever had, and they're really, really good kids. We got 4 or 5 that were in that last group that are, if 3 out of those 5 figure it out, we're gonna be really, really good. Because we could go 10 deep. I would like to be able to go, 12 deep. Our most talented player's not with us on this trip. He hurt his foot, so he'll be back tomorrow. So you mix him in at 6'7", he's the best athlete, most talented kid we got. We can be dangerous. It's just hard to prepare for us, and we play the numbers. I mean, we won by 47. Is that right? 37, and we shot 29%. So last night, that team, what did we win by? 50 or whatever. They shot a better percentage than we did from the field. And so we just kind of play the possession game a lot, and we got a ways to go. We got to get tougher. We got a ways to go, but we'll be fine.
So, Coach, what's the significance for you and your team winning this event twice in a row now, and what are your expectations for the Lighthouse Classic going forward?
Yeah, me and Vince have talked about some teams, getting on next week, trying to get some teams here, and I love it. I mean, I tell everybody in North Carolina, this is the best hospitality. It's just the fans are incredible. The referees are really good referees. It's hard to go to a high school tournament and have college level referees that can ref a game with that much size and talent. They do a great job. It's like coming home for me. So, and then I had some family that have never seen the boys play, and that was nice. And it's awesome, man. I love it. So we'll be back. Like I said, we're committing to the next 10 years. That's how much I like it.
Coach, I want to ask you, this is kind of personal,
Right.
okay? For the kids out there, there's tons of kids that's out there waiting to see him, waiting to talk to them, pictures, autographs. Can you tell the people right now what it takes to get to that level? All they see is what they put on YouTube or what on social media. What's behind the scenes?
Thousands of hours. And so there was a young man that I think he was in 8th grade, came and sat by me. His dad, he was asking about coming to Moravian. He's from Jackson, Mississippi. And so he was asking about coming to Moravian, and I told him, I said, these guys work out 5 hours a day, and he was asking about Eli Isaac, and what was the plan. And I said, when they were about 8, when they were about his age, I said, I don't know a whole lot, but I know if you put in 10,000 hours in anything, you can be an expert at it. I said, so if this is what y'all want to do, let's chart out a plan to put 10,000 hours in by your senior year. And back then, Lenore Ryan was really, really good, and they were going to those games. So that was kind of like the big time for them. And I said, I think if you put in 10,000 hours, you can probably play at Lenore Ryan. I think that's a pretty safe bet. So it was from that day forward, it was 3 hours a day, 6 days a week for the next 10 years. And so that's what we did. And then about the 9,000 hour mark is when it really started to take off. And so, and that meant when we were playing travel ball or AAU, we'd be playing at a national tournament, we would work out for 2 hours on game day. And all the parents thought I was crazy. And I said, guys, I don't know if they're going to be 6'3", 6'4", 6'1", but you got to be able to shoot it. And even this morning, like we did shoot around, there's 30 minutes of skill work, but we literally chart all that. And so, thankfully, kids have quit working out as much. I don't even know if it's 10,000 anymore, but I think if a kid will have a work ethic and what we call the unseen hours, I think that it'll look like superpowers in the hour. Like everybody sees the hour. They don't see the 10,000 hours that lead up to these hours. And we tell our guys, you only play out here for about 55 hours all year. And so, but you're not going to have a good 55 if you don't put in the 5 hours a day. And so they don't see that. They also, one thing a lot of parents are asking about social media. I tell them don't do it. Buzz Williams said the other day, the presence of blessing doesn't create the absence of pressure. And I think people have no idea what they go through pressure-wise. You wake up to criticism. He commits to South Carolina. 100 comments were just brutal, negative. I mean, just people are mean. And so, people don't understand all that and how that factors into playing. You don't understand a lot of those things. So but I think you gotta, if you really, really love it. And I played for a guy named Todd Kimball, and he had to one day explain to us there's a difference in liking basketball, and loving what it takes to be great at basketball. And so if a kid will love what it takes, those 10,000 hours don't even seem like work. It's just what you love. And, and that's when they were little, I think he'd have been an unbelievable baseball player and he'd have been an unbelievable football player. And when they chose basketball, I was like, I think it's the hardest sport, but if we'll put our head down and it's been great. And, so yeah, I think that's. What would you add to that? But people ask us like when we do camps, they'll ask all the time, how do y'all handle the pressure? How do you show up every night? And that's the one thing they say. We make sure we're more prepared than anybody we play against. And so yeah.
Next question, I guess this will be for you, Eli. We've had number 1, number 2, number 3. There's been events where we've had 5 of the probably top 5 players in the country here. We've continuously had number 1 ranked talent. Year in, year out. They're talented basketball players. You're defined as a superstar, I guess, social media star, and a dang good basketball player to go with it. So that kind of helps out too. What is it like for you to mix both of the stardom and the basketball too?
I'll probably say just having fun during the game. During that game, people were talking trash. They were talking trash to me and they would get mad. I was talking trash to them and laughing. I was having fun. So just making it fun for everybody, making the game exciting. All these people came to watch us play, so give them a show. They paid good money to come watch these games 2 times, stay here all day. So, really just giving them a show and having something they can enjoy. And it's fun to watch, playing fast, shooting threes, talking trash, but having fun with it at the same time. So that's the reason, that's the way I keep it in between. So.
All right, Coach, we're going to end right here with you. If you don't care, leave some final thoughts, departing thoughts on for teams that may be interested in coming to get a piece of Moravian prep at the future Lighthouse classes.
Yeah. Man, I think it's one of the best events in America, and we play in all of them. The John Wall, the Good Guys versus Cancer, we play in all of them, and I think the hospitality is second to none, especially the hospitality room. Crushed my diet yesterday, but people are great, and for these fans, I love how excited they are. The amount of kids that are like, "Hey, I watched you last year. Remember me?" I'm like, "Great, man." And so but I love that. I wish, every smaller town. I mean, our town's 3,000, so we can't really say small town. But I wish we could, put something on like this. So it's, but yeah, I mean, anybody wants to play us. We're not hard to find, so we'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime, and this would be a great place to do it. So yeah, we appreciate you guys having us. So.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.